The ocean is a world of biological oddities, but few creatures defy nature's most fundamental rules, quite like the majestic yet baffling seahorse. Welcome to Bizarre Creatures Channel. Today, we're diving into the strange life of Hippocampus, a marine creature that completely flips the script on traditional parenthood. Forget everything you know about pregnancy, because this tiny oceanic wonder is famous for one very specific and extremely strange reason. The dads get pregnant. The seahorse is an evolutionary paradox, a master of disguise, and yet one of the worst swimmers in the entire ocean. It is truly a marvel of adaptation. How did this unique fish, yes, it's a fish, come to possess such a radical reproductive strategy? Why does it break one of the animal kingdom's most fundamental laws? We'll explore the bizarre journey of this deep-sea oddity. From its unusual anatomy and hunting prowess to the dramatic moment of the male birth. Prepare to be amazed by the creature that proves, in nature, the rules are often just guidelines waiting to be spectacularly broken. Let's dive in. But before we get to the pregnant dads, we need to understand just how unusual this tiny creature is, starting with its almost unbelievable anatomy. The seahorse belongs to the pipefish family. Yet its upright posture and equine-like head make it look more like a mythological chimera than a typical fish swimming through the sea. Unlike typical fish with scales, the seahorse is covered in bony plates, forming a rigid external skeleton. This armor offers excellent protection against predators, but at a huge cost to mobility. This lack of a caudal fin means they are incredibly poor swimmers. They flutter tiny dorsal fins and pectoral fins, making them the slowest moving fish species in the entire ocean. They are so susceptible to the ocean currents that during rough weather, seahorses often die of sheer exhaustion, being carried away from their familiar resting spots. To compensate for this incredible weakness, the seahorse has evolved a special type of tail, a prehensile tail, similar to that of a monkey in a jungle canopy. This highly flexible and muscled tail acts as an anchor, allowing them to cling to coral or seaweed for safety and stability against strong ocean currents. But the defense doesn't stop with armor and an anchor. Seahorses are also masters of camouflage, possessing the ability to change their body color to match their immediate surroundings. This disguise is not just about hiding. They can also grow skin filaments or flaps, mimicking the texture of the coral or the waving of the surrounding seaweed. Some species, like the pygmy seahorse, are so small and perfectly camouflaged that they were only discovered when scientists accidentally collected their host coral. Despite all these defensive measures, they still need to eat. And that brings us to the next bizarre adaptation, the seahorse's incredibly fast, suction-based hunting strategy. As we established, the seahorse is painfully slow, often drifting rather than swimming. Yet, when it comes to feeding, it transforms into an efficient ambush predator. Their diet consists mainly of tiny crustaceans, like copepods, which are notorious for their fast escape reflexes. The seahorse needs a way to bypass their quick defense. The secret lies in their unique head shape and neck movement. They can silently creep up to their prey because their elongated snout causes minimal water displacement. Then, in a final, lightning-fast move, the seahorse flicks its head and neck upward, snapping its jaw and creating a sudden vortex. This is the suction attack. This suction attack is one of the fastest movements observed in the aquatic world, capturing the copepod before it even registers that a predator is nearby. Think of it as a silent, submerged vacuum cleaner. Their prey, once within a tiny range, is doomed because there is absolutely no time to escape the powerful, sudden pressure change. The seahorse also possesses another specialized hunting tool, independently moving eyes. This means each eye can swivel and scan different directions simultaneously. This gives the slow-moving hunter a massive advantage, allowing it to maintain a defensive watch for its own predators while simultaneously keeping a lookout for its next meal. They are voracious eaters, needing to consume up to 50 small crustaceans per day just to survive, meaning they spend most of their anchored time hunting. Their predatory prowess makes them fascinating, but it pales in comparison to the single greatest biological oddity they possess, the revolutionary act of male pregnancy. In almost every species on Earth, the female carries the fertilized eggs. But in the world of seahorses, the male is equipped with a specialized pouch on his abdomen for reproduction. This reproductive reversal is an evolutionary masterpiece, but it requires an incredibly intimate, daily ritual between the couple known as the morning dance. Most seahorse species are monogamous, mating for life. Every morning, they perform this synchronized dance to reinforce their bond and assess each other's reproductive readiness. When the female is ready, she initiates the egg transfer. The two seahorses rise up through the water column in a graceful, carefully timed maneuver. The female inserts her ovipositor, a small tube, into the male's brood pouch. She then carefully deposits hundreds of unfertilized eggs into the safety of his internal sac. After the female deposits the eggs, the male takes over. He internally fertilizes the eggs using his sperm, which is an action that differentiates this process from simple egg carrying. His pouch is far more than just a sac. It is an incredibly complex placenta-like environment where the male actively nourishes the developing embryos inside. The male controls the salinity of the fluid within the pouch, gradually adjusting it to match the outside water as the embryos mature, preparing them for the ocean environment. The gestation period, or pregnancy, lasts between 2 to 4 weeks, depending on the species and the ambient water temperature of their habitat. The sheer energy cost of this pregnancy is enormous. Studies suggest that carrying the young significantly restricts the male's own growth and potentially shortens his lifespan. But why did evolution favor the male carrying the young? The answer lies in the female's ability to recover and prepare for her next clutch of eggs immediately. This division of labor allows the couple to reproduce faster than almost any other fish. The female prepares the eggs while the male incubates the previous batch. The moment of birth is dramatic and quite exhausting for the father. After days of contractions and pumping, the young seahorses are finally ready to face the outside world. The male undergoes intense muscular contractions to expel the fully developed baby seahorses, known as fry, from his body pouch into the ocean. This process often takes hours, and the male is often seen violently shaking his body and pushing against rocks or seaweed to help force the babies out. Depending on the species, a single male seahorse can give birth to anywhere from 50 to over 1,000 tiny, perfect miniature seahorses in a single explosive delivery. The immediate aftermath is startling. The father simply swims away. His parental duties immediately complete, often beginning the preparation for the next round of eggs right away. The newly born fry are immediately independent, fully equipped to hunt and fend for themselves. They receive no further parental care from either the mother or the father. Despite the sheer numbers born, the survival rate for these fry is extremely low, with only a tiny percentage making it to adulthood due to the high risk of predation. This mass birthing strategy ensures that even with a high mortality rate, enough young survive to maintain the population, demonstrating the efficiency of their reproductive choice. The father's role is physically demanding, but it frees the mother to focus on energy recovery and egg production, making the seahorse reproductive cycle one of the most efficient on the planet. The seahorse proves that nature doesn't adhere to human-defined gender roles. Survival dictates the rules, and in this case, it means the dad wears the maternity pouch. Despite their extraordinary adaptations, seahorses face significant threats from human activity. They are incredibly vulnerable to habitat loss, particularly the destruction of coral reefs and seagrass beds. Furthermore, tens of millions of seahorses are harvested annually for use in traditional medicine, the aquarium trade, and as tourist souvenirs, leading to massive population declines. Many species of seahorse are now listed as vulnerable or endangered. Their sedentary lifestyle and slow swimming speed make them easy targets for human collectors. Conservation efforts are crucial. Protecting their delicate habitats and regulating international trade are vital steps to ensure these bizarre and beautiful creatures survive. The very fact that the male carries the young means that removing just one pregnant male from the wild can eliminate hundreds of potential offspring. The seahorse is a powerful reminder that nature's genius often lies in its most unconventional designs. The slowest swimmer became one of the most effective parents. From their armor and prehensile tail to their vacuum mouth hunting method, every part of the seahorse's anatomy is designed to overcome its natural limitations. It is a masterpiece of evolution, proving that in the battle for survival, sometimes the best defense is a bony shell, a hidden identity, and a very committed father. What other bizarre animal secrets would you like us to explore next? Let us know in the comments below, and don't forget to hit the like button if you learned something new today.